What's up, guys? Just giving you fair warning. This video is more about the paperwork side of things. I told you that I would take you along with every step of the way with my detached garage build that I'm going to be moving my mining rigs into. So unfortunately, this is a lot of the stuff you got to go through. But the next video is when we're actually starting to knock down trees and get started on construction. So stay tuned for those. Yeah, all right. Roll the video. All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and this is this is part 3 of my detached garage build. So I'm building a 22-foot deep by 26-foot wide detached garage where I'm going to be placing my mining rigs into, also placing a little office and maybe a little work area so I can mess around with cars and stuff like that. The big thing I'm doing is I'm moving the heat of the mining rigs out of my house, so I'm not afraid to keep on expanding throughout the summertime, and I'm getting an extra power service drop, so I should have a fresh 100 to 200 amp service. I'm waiting on some clarification on that because due to the actual garage size, they said I might not be eligible for 200 amp, but then I was asking, I was like, hey, what about if I want to run, like air compressor, all this other stuff that is like high power draw? And they were like, okay, well then you should be able to get a 200 amp. And I'm like, okay, well, they're trying to make a big deal out of nothing, apparently, which is what it is. So in the first video and second video, I was talking about getting my certificate of compliance. They just called me back today. I got it, I passed. So the zoning guy basically went out there, looked at it. He was like, yeah, where you put your garage or where the stakes are, everything's good. Now you're good to go on and get your building permit or your construction permit. So this is the construction permit is what lets you actually start construction. If you start before, then you'll have a lot of problems if the town or city comes in and basically you're doing unpermitted work. Some areas don't mind it. I just didn't want to mess around and do anything that's not permitted, just due to me, reselling the house in a year or two or a few years. So I'm going right now to go to the house. I called the company that is actually building the metal building. I went ahead and paid my deposit, and I got a set of engineered plans. So I'm going to take those engineered plans, print those out. I'm going to take the certificate of compliance approval that I got from the zoning department or environmental land and zoning department, print that out, and then I'm going to print out the construction permit form and fill that out. I'm going to take all that, and they told me to actually hand deliver it down to the permit office down in the town, and I should hear back something pretty soon. So as soon as I get my construction permit, I can actually start clearing the trees out and get it ready for the concrete slab. And then after the concrete slab's in, I call the building company, and they're going to come out and place the actual metal building. So just stick with me. I'm going to show you what some of those forms look like here in a second. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep you guys as updated as possible. So obviously, some areas don't have as many laws or regulations, and some areas do have more. So if you're wanting to do something like this at your location, just check with your local county or city, state, country, depending on where you're at. Everything's different everywhere. Luckily, I don't have an HOA. That was one of the biggest things, because if you have an HOA, they make you jump through even more hoops. And I noticed one of the number one things I didn't want to do is I didn't want to do stick built construction. I wanted to do a metal frame, sheet metal building. They were cheaper, they normally are cheaper, but now with the price of lumber skyrocketing, they are significantly cheaper. Pricing out stick built a stick built garage is almost triple the cost of a sheet metal garage right now. So yeah, that saves quite a bit of money, and I want to make sure everything is permitted, because when I go to sell the house, I don't want any unpermitted structures that gives me a hard time with a new buyer. So yeah. Oh, and also to clear some things up, in past videos within the last probably couple months, I've been talking about moving. I was planning on buying some land and actually building a whole new house, and then building a big detached garage. That fell through. I'm not too proud to admit that I didn't close on the loan. Just gonna try to regroup, stay where I'm at, hunker down for another year, maybe two, and then try again. And hopefully I can get the loan next time and actually, make that step up. But in the meantime, I'm not gonna let it hold me back. We are still buying the house that we're in. My wife has a mortgage on it. She bought that house when, a little bit after we first got together. I sold my house and we moved into this one so we could have more room. But yeah, just getting you all caught up to date. Everything's good. Because people are like, why are you building a garage behind a place you're renting? And I don't suggest that. We're not renting this, and I definitely wouldn't be putting a garage behind it if we were. So yeah. All right, let's go print out those forms. All right, guys, well, those are all of my papers. This is the building permit, the engineered plans, my certificate of compliance with the zoning department. Yeah, but it looks like actually a lot more than it is. Most of it is just like redundant extra paperwork behind the real paperwork. It's only, I think I filled out 2 forms inside of this whole packet. All right, so it was successful, but not at the same time. Let's see here. Everything was good on the plans, but I didn't bring enough copies. They need minimum 2 copies, but they prefer 3 copies of the actual plans. So I have to go all the way back home to print this out. Yeah. So on to the rat race. Yeah. All right. A lot more paperwork now. Attempt number 2 at getting a building permit. So wish me luck. All right. And now we wait. So the lady at the office said everything looked good, but she has to give it to her supervisor and they have to go over it and make sure nothing's wrong, I guess. I don't know. She said I should have a phone call within as early as later on today or as late as 5 to 7 business days. So I'm just gonna assume that they're gonna call me in like 5 to 7 business days, because I'd rather think on the worst case side of the situation than best. But I'm gonna be absolutely stoked if they call me sooner, because then I can get started on actually knocking down the trees and leveling out the spot where the concrete in the building is going. So yeah, not a very eventful video. Sorry about that, guys, but I did tell you I would keep you updated on every step of the way. So this is the building permit side of things. Fun stuff. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.